they have to be excellent at defense. The offense is going to be, it's not going to be, hey, whatever you get out of the offense is a bonus. That needs to be much better, but they have to be excellent on defense to go anywhere.
Yeah, and I think I would bet on them being good at defense. It's just a matter of how much is the offense going to have to do.
Was it I'm not way off base here when I say the path to being one of the best defenses in football was a much shorter path to travel than to being an solidly average offense, because they were just okay last year. They're probably a bottom 12 offense. The path to be a potentially elite defense was a much shorter path to travel to and to get to for the Texans than to try to fix a lot of their issues on offense in one offseason.
Well, it's just kind of weird because we're comparing personnel issues and coaching issues, and we're kind of it's hard to really assess what this new scheme is going to look like. Like maybe we get a situation where these guys are coached up, the game plan's perfect, it's ideal, it's crisp, and it kind of complements. But I mean, with the way they were going with Slowick and Tunsil, yeah, I don't know that there was. I don't even know if you were personnel dependent at this point, because we never really saw the offense vibe even when they had personnel with Slowick last year at the start of the season. So it was almost a lost cause regardless of what you did. And the good thing about the defense is DeMeco is going to coach up whatever he gets. So the better that you give him, the more he has to coach up. It's going to be interesting to see how this offense looks after the draft, what they do. The skill guys are still a little bit troubling. They're better than they were, but the skill guys are troubling. And then you have this offensive line. I don't know what their vision is, what they're trying to do. There might not have been much opportunity in free agency. I just don't know how much more opportunity there's going to be in the draft and what it's going to look like. Like, we don't even know if they want Titus back at tackle. Like, we don't even know that.
Well, I would assume the people that Aaron Wilson has connections with in the offensive line room, I assume they didn't all get cleaned out. I would think that he still has a little juice with them. He has the report that, hey, Titus is, but again, we talked about this on the show yesterday. If Titus Howard doesn't play well, you're looking for a new tackle, like either in season or next off season. So he may only be an option, not a solution. Like they have one solution, is Blake Fisher at one tackle spot. Like that's the one solution they have on the offensive line. Everybody else is just an option. They have an option and they need to go and give themselves some more options and hope that Nick Caley's one hell of an offensive mastermind, and hope that Cole Popovich is one hell of an offensive line coach, because he's going to have to coach some guys up, make guys who weren't good last year better, and whatever they get in, have them ready to go whenever they're called upon if they're a rookie. So they're betting a lot on that staff when it comes to offense, whereas they got a bunch of solutions over on defense. They got options on offense, they got solutions on defense.
So here's my question though. If let's say that Titus Howard and Blake Fisher are going to be your tackles.
Okay.
Let's say that that's what their plan is right now. Which do you think would benefit them from being in the best position heading into the season? Titus Howard just being at right tackle the whole time and holding it down, or Titus going inside and Blake Fisher getting that experience on the right side? Like which would benefit? Like do they benefit from the fact that Blake Fisher got the experience last year more so than if Titus would have just played tackle the whole time?
Yes, they are. I mean, Fisher's experience is beneficial, and they must have seen enough from the projection of what they thought the player is, in addition to what he performed, how he performed on the field, to give him one of those tackle spots, left or right tackle. I'm not interested in Titus being inside anymore. I would like for him to be a tackle solution, or a tackle option, I guess is the better way to phrase it. I'd like for him to be a tackle option, left or right. It doesn't matter to me, but I don't want him inside anymore, because then you have to go find a tackle. You're less likely to find a tackle that's worth a crap than a guard.
The question is he worth a crap though?
Well, he's on the roster. So do I see him being more useful to the team at guard, or do I see him being more useful to the team at the other tackle spot? I would tell you the chances are he's more useful at the other tackle spot that Blake Fisher doesn't play than being a guard.
It would be,
because again, the approach here on this offensive line is definitely the sum of the part. Like the whole of the parts is greater than the sum of the parts. Like them playing together has to be better than what we individually think of the 5 players.
Do you think center is set? Do you think Juice is the center?
No. It's between him and Jared Patterson.
Do you think there's a possibility Juice is right guard and Jared Patterson center?
That'd be kind of ugly, but yes, there is a possibility that exists. Juice clearly better as a center. Scruggs?
That's what Caserio says.
That's what Nick Caserio said.
I don't know that I believe it.